Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, so today we need to talk about Pikachu with grey felt hat. We need to talk about this whole Van Gogh Pokemon thing that is going on, and we need to talk about whether we should be worried or not. What's going on, what's been happening, what's going to happen again in the future. So let's go and actually have a look at what's going on. So for those of you that don't know, this is all about the new promo card Pikachu with grey felt hat, which is coming around due to a collaboration between Pokemon and the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam in the Netherlands. Technically it is in Holland, because Amsterdam is in Holland, but the country is called the Netherlands. Holland is a region. It just so happens that Amsterdam is in the Holland region of the Netherlands, but the country is called the Netherlands. This is important to me. And essentially, this stuff is being given out, the promo, when you go to the museum and you basically do a little treasure hunt. You walk around the museum, answer a bunch of questions, and then you take your booklet to the front and you swap your completed booklet for a promo card. But they didn't just give it out at the museum, which incidentally I think is a very good idea, because if they had only given it out at the museum, there is a decent chance that would have been ridiculous. People descending on the museum in absolute chaos to get the promo. That might not have been a good thing, although that did kind of happen anyway. But they're giving it away on the Pokémon Center, and they did what we thought was a good idea at the time, which is they were giving it away one per item, not one per purchase. So, here's a picture I took of some of the merch that was available at the event, and yeah, well, I took a picture at the event for some merch that's going to be available on the Pokémon Center online. There we go. And essentially, you go online on the Pokémon Center, and if you buy 2 sets of sleeves, you get 2 promos, etc. It seemed like a really good idea, because it was going to make the promos more available. It kind of backfired a bit, because what happened instead was people went and just absolutely rinsed the website right from the beginning, straight away, and everything sold out like instantly. And that was not a good thing, ladies and gentlemen. That was not a good thing. Me personally, I wanted the pins. No bones about it. I wanted those pins. I thought those pins were amazing. I really wanted to get my hands on those pins. And I failed. And I'm currently chatting to a few people trying to figure out how I can get the pins. See if anyone can be nice enough to hook me up with them. But I'm not paying scalper prices. I absolutely flatly refuse. I'm not doing it. Because if I do that, then I'm just encouraging people in the future to scalp. And to do this, and I can't do it, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot do it. So for me personally, it's try and pick them up at the appropriate price. And if I can't get them at the appropriate price, as in what they actually cost plus potentially postage to get them to me, then I'm just going to have to give up. And I'm kind of okay with that, because I don't want to encourage scalpers with everything that's been going on. Like some of the scenes at the Van Gogh Museum when it opened of people desperately trying to buy literally anything was absolutely shameful. Like genuinely, people should be ashamed of their actions at the Van Gogh Museum when it opened up. It was horrible. Now, people have been wondering, so let me just confirm, essentially, the merchandise at the Van Gogh Museum, that is to say, your pens, your notebooks, your prints, your postcard, things of that nature, that stuff is exclusive to the Van Gogh Museum, except for the Pikachu plush. The Pikachu plush is actually available on the Pokémon Center online, as well as at the Van Gogh Museum. Everything else at the Van Gogh Museum is exclusive to the Van Gogh Museum. Okay? And I know I'm not quite pronouncing Van Gogh properly. It will have to do, ladies and gentlemen. It will have to do. But the other merch was all Pokémon Center exclusive, again, except for the plush, which is available at both. So all the TCG stuff, etc. was available at both. But when you bought anything on the Pokémon Center, you got yourself one promo card per item. and it all sold out basically instantly. Way faster than most of us could get hold of this stuff. Now, Pokemon did send a tweet out and it read like this. We apologise to all the fans eagerly awaiting our Pokémon Center X Van Gogh Museum release today. Due to overwhelming demand, all our products from this collection have sold out. We understand this is disappointing to many who are looking to our official email and social media channels for guidance on how and when to purchase. We are actively working on ways to provide more Pikachu with Gogh Out promo cards for fans shopping at Pokémon Center in the future. Details will be released at a later date. Okay, now the lovely Joe Merrick, he of Cerebi.net, actually replied to that and told us what the problem is quite succinctly. It's a shame. They went out of stock before listings even went up on new releases or search, so they weren't bought by many actual people, but rather scripts. And that was what I ran into. I actually got there really quickly. But as soon as I got to the page for the pins, I was met with this, unavailable. They were sold out. And the problem was they were actually sold out before I could find them. Essentially, you can find them by going to the new releases tab, or by searching, Van Gogh pins or Van Gogh or whatever. And the problem was, by the time I actually got to there, they had already been bought because people have been able, using scripts and bots, to access them earlier. And if you actually search for Van Gogh right now, nothing shows up. And that's honestly really disappointing. And that is why a lot of people missed out. And I do think this is a problem. If the products are selling out before people actually get a chance to go and buy them, like literally sold out before they actually are findable on the website, as far as I'm concerned, that is a problem. Because that means that people are literally not able to get them, and they're being got by people who are basically reselling. And if you go over to eBay right now, you can get whatever you want, ladies and gentlemen. If you head on over to eBay and search for Pokemon Van Gogh, you can go and get whatever you want in terms of... let's go and search for the pins. You can go and get those pins all day long. They are readily available on eBay for $400. And if you're willing to pay $400, they are readily available. Now, the good news is, weirdly from the UK, you can actually get them a fair bit cheaper. So on US eBay, you are generally looking at $400. That is generally what people are selling them for, which is honestly rubbish. On UK eBay, it is at least slightly more reasonable. They're generally selling for $170, $180, about $225 that works out as. That's still horrendous. They should be 40 quid, $50. But, I don't know, UK people aren't scalping quite as hard. Yay. But it is a problem when they go available and they sell out before you can actually get to them, and then they are instantly up on eBay for, 4 times retail in the UK and 8 times retail in the US. That's not fun. But Pokemon are making an effort. They said it right there in the tweet. They are actively working to make that promo available to more people. No, that's not going to solve all the problems of the stock, etc. But I know for an awful lot of people, the promo is what they really wanted. And it says there right in the tweet. We are actively working on ways to provide more Pikachu with Gogh Out promo cards for fans shopping at Pokémon Center in the future. Perfect solution? No. Decent solution? Yes. And I know I'm lucky that I did get gifted some of the TCG products when I went to the preview event. But I wanted to go and buy some of this stuff on the Pokémon Center just like you guys, and I was disappointed just like you guys. But I've told you all along this is one of the coolest promos they've done, and I know a lot of people really just wanted the promo, and Pokemon are actively working to make the promo available, and that is a good thing, even if it is disappointing that we missed out on a bunch of the products. But I do need to just point out a couple of things, and I sent this tweet out, and I just need to reiterate this. When I went to the event, I spoke to Pokemon, and I specifically asked about this promo, and I specifically asked the questions. And I asked, and I found out, there is only one promo. The promo at the museum and the Pokémon Center is identical. I have seen a bunch of people who have been sharing around, well, things that aren't true, but I don't even know where they came from. Like, when I was at the event, I was seeing tweets from people saying there's multiple promos. There aren't. There is one, and I saw a lot of people sharing around that there are multiple promos. I don't know where that came from. It was literally made up by somebody. It turned out not to be true. Now, I know that there was a bit of the website which did go up saying foil promo. I am aware that that is out there. I am aware that that was put on the website. I am not aware of a foil version of this promo. I was not told of a foil version of this promo, and I was told explicitly that the promo at the Van Gogh Museum and the promo on the Pokémon Center online are the same. So maybe they printed a second version, which doesn't really make much sense, and the people I spoke to were misinformed or forgetful. It's possible, but I don't believe it for a second, and I do look forward in the next few days to when these Pokémon Center promos start being delivered, and it turns out that they are, just like I've been saying since Wednesday, identical to the ones given out at the museum. Because some people have been spreading around that they're stamped. Here's a picture of me at the museum with the promo. They ain't stamped, ladies and gentlemen. They aren't stamped. But after I got my non-stamped promo, I saw a lot of people sharing around online that these were stamped. There is a lot of misinformation going around. Please be careful. Until I see proof otherwise, there is one promo. It's not stamped. It's the same everywhere. As far as I am aware, it is still available at the Van Gogh Museum, and that promotion is going on until the 7th of January. So you've got to think that they are planning for more people to turn up and get the promo in the future. I cannot promise exactly for how long it will be available, but again, it's literally, this promotion is literally going on until the 7th of January. They can't be out of promos yet. And Pokemon are actively working to make this promo more available. It is not that likely we're going to be able to get all of the products in the future. We've not been told anything about these products coming back, and Pokemon specifically said they're working on getting the promo, but they didn't mention about the other products. So the other products, we may be disappointed. But the promo is the thing that I know a lot of people are after, and this is predominantly a TCG channel, and judging by the years I've been doing this, you guys are far more excited about a promo than you are excited by sleeves, deck boxes, playmats, etc. And that's not to say they're not cool, and that's not to say that we're not all very disappointed if they are sold out and not coming back, but there is at least good news about the promo, and you know that as soon as we have information about when it's coming back, I will share it with you. I'm disappointed about what happened with the products. I'm not going to lie about that. And I'm not saying you guys shouldn't be disappointed. It is very disappointing. I wanted some of that merch and I missed out. And I know a lot of people watching this are going to be in the same position. But there is at least good news about the promo, if not the products. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you need to know. And now it's over to you guys. Did you manage to get anything on the Pokémon Center? Have you managed to get hold of this promo? It is still way too early, incidentally. Way too early to be going and buying this on eBay. Way too early. Do not go buying this on eBay. That is a very, 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 very bad idea. Because I showed you the other day that this was going for like $400. And it is still selling for way too much, especially considering Pokemon have literally told us they are working to get more of them out there. But it's already dropped from like $400 to $100. Still way too much, let's be clear. But it's already dropped that much, and we know they're planning more distributions in the future. Plus, more are going to be available at the museum. Right, there we go. Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Tobias DePrato, who's been a supporter of ours for a long time now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.